Tonight on BBC London News, falling from grace, former Deputy Mayor Brian Coleman pleads guilty to assaulting a member of the public.
Just really scary. I mean, unbelievable. You know, I'm looking at my phone and all of a sudden he's upon me. It was pure shock.
UKIP's surge in the southeast will have the results from the local elections in the home counties. The new report, which shows that in 2 out of 3 accidents involving cyclists, motorists are to blame.
Our MasterChef champion is Natalie.
And the sweet taste of success for the young cook from Hackney, who's now the MasterChef champion. Good evening and welcome to the programme. He was once chair of the London Assembly and headed up the Fire Authority. Today, though, Brian Coleman's political life appeared to be well and truly buried after he pleaded guilty to assaulting a member of the public. The former Tory councillor, who was suspended over the charges, had originally denied the claims that he'd scratched and injured a woman who'd been filming him breaking parking rules in Barnet. Our reporter Gareth Furby has the story.
This is the loading bay, which is effectively done for Brian Coleman's political career. Because after he stopped here illegally, he attacked a woman who tried to film him. Helen Michael, who runs a nearby cafe, had been campaigning against the parking charges Brian Coleman was supporting. And she wanted to film him parking illegally. But as the CCTV footage showed to the court today reveals, he had other ideas.
All of a sudden he was upon me. It was the biggest shock that you can imagine. Do as we say, not do as we do. He was flouting the rules that he'd introduced. I wanted to take a picture and I was going to get it to the bloggers and just basically say, look, Mr. Coleman's breaking his own rules.
As he arrived at court today, Brian Coleman was being charming.
Nice to see you. All right.
But within an hour, he had changed his plea from not guilty to guilty. And his is a career which has had its moments.
It's live! Sorry, I know the sad man and a couple of old characters in the gallery, but...
That was in Barnet Council Chamber, and he knew that he was unpopular with some. Here he spoke as chair of the Fire Authority.
I am desperate to get hold of one of those placards that says Coleman must go.
The court public gallery today was packed with people who don't like Brian Coleman.
Brian Coleman sent me an abusive email in response.
Roger Tichborne says he was abused after complaining about
Standards Code.
But he referred to women in the gallery as a load of sad, mad and bad individuals.
Teresa Musgrove says she was one of the women abused in the council public gallery.
I think justice has been done. I think the reason there are so many people here today is because he has made so many enemies.
Tonight, the Conservative Party said his membership was suspended when he was arrested last year, and the party will now consider if further measures are needed. Gareth Furby, BBC London.